The first word is agree. Agree. Agree means to have the same opinion or belief as another person. To have the same opinion or belief as another person. For example, the students agree they have too much homework. These students all agree they have too much homework. Sarah and John agreed to meet at the restaurant for dinner. This is Sarah and this is John, and they all agreed to meet at the restaurant for dinner. Example number 3. The team members agreed on the best strategy to complete the project. Yeah. The word number 2 is alcohol. Alcohol. Alcohol is a type of drink that can make people drunk. These are alcohol and these are made from grapes. A type of drink that can make people drunk. For example, a person should not drive a car after he or she has been drinking alcohol. This person is drinking alcohol and he should not drive a car. Number 2. Tom decided to quit drinking alcohol after realizing its negative effects on his health. This is Tom and he wants to quit drinking alcohol. That is good. The example number 3. The legal drinking age for alcohol in many countries is 21. Hey my friend, I made a lot of efforts to create this video. To support me, just click the like button. Thank you so much for your like, my friend. The word number 3 is arrive. Arrive. Arrive means to get somewhere or to reach a particular destination or place. As you can see in this picture, these students are arriving at the school. For example, they arrived at the school at 7 a.m. They arrived at the school at 7 a.m. Example number 2. The train is scheduled to arrive at the station at 9 a.m. Number 3. I always arrive on time at school. He is arriving on time at school. That is good. The word number 4, August. August. August means August is the 8th month of the year. The 8th month of the year. This is August. For example, is your birthday in August? Example number 2, my birthday falls in August, so I'm planning a celebration. Number 3, in many countries, August is known for its warm weather and summer vacation. This is warm weather and summer vacation. It is August. The word number 5 is boat. Boat. Boat is a vehicle that moves across the water. This is a picture of boat. For example, there is a small boat on the lake. This is a small boat on the lake. Number 2. We rented a boat and went fishing on the lake. We rented this boat and fishing on the lake. Number 3. Boat is smaller and cheaper than the ship. But this is boat. This boat is smaller and cheaper than the ship. This is ship. The word number 6 is breakfast. Breakfast. Breakfast is the morning meal, or breakfast is the food that we eat at the morning. The food that we eat at the morning. This is breakfast. For example, I eat eggs for breakfast. I eat eggs. These are eggs. Eggs for breakfast. Example number 2. I usually have cereal and fruit for breakfast. I usually have cereal and fruit for breakfast. Number 3. I usually eat my breakfast at 8 a.m. As you can see in this picture, this boy is eating his breakfast at 8 a.m. The word number 7 is camera. Camera. Camera is a piece of equipment that takes pictures. Or camera is a device used to capture photographs or record videos. For example, I brought my camera on my vacation. Number 2, I forgot to bring my camera, so I couldn't take any photos. Example number 3, I used a professional camera to record my videos. This is a professional camera. The word number 8 is capital. Capital. A capital is a city where a country's government is based. Or capital is a city where a country's government is located. For example, the capital of United States is Washington, D.C. This is the picture of White House, and this is in Washington, D.C. Example number 2, London is the capital city of England. Number 3, capital cities are usually the most popular cities. The most popular cities. The word number 9 is catch. Catch. Catch means to grab or get something. As you can see in this picture, this boy is catching the ball. For example, did you catch the ball during the baseball game? Did you catch the ball during the baseball game? Number 2, Tom threw the ball and his friend tried to catch it. This is Tom. He threw the ball to his friend and his friend tried to catch the ball. Number 3, I need to catch the bus to go home. I need to catch the bus to go home. Number 10 is duck. Duck. Duck is a small water bird. A small water bird. This is duck. For example, people feed ducks at the lake. This person is feeding the duck. The people feed ducks at the lake. Number 2, the ducks were swimming in the pond. These are ducks and they are swimming in the pond. The hunter aimed at the flying duck. Number 3, the hunter aimed at the flying duck. These are hunter and they are hunting duck. Number 11 is enjoy. Enjoy. Enjoy means to like something. To like something. For example, the woman enjoys riding her bicycle. This woman is enjoy riding her bicycle with her husband. Number 2, I enjoy reading books in my free time. She enjoys reading book in her free time. Playing game with our friends is enjoyable. Playing game with our friends is enjoyable and funny sometimes. The word number 12 is invite. Invite. Invite means to ask someone to come to a place or event. To ask someone to come to a place or event. For example, I will invite my friends to my birthday party. I will invite my friends to my birthday party. The example number 2 is I received an invitation card to the wedding. This is invitation card. I received an invitation card to the wedding. Number 3, my teacher was invited in a TV show. This is our teacher and he was invited in a TV show. The word number 13, love. Love. That is easy peasy, man. Love means to like someone or something a lot. To like someone or something a lot. For example, Jane and John are deeply in love with each other. This is Jane and that is John and they are deeply in love with each other. The next example is I love spending time with my friends. I love spending time with my friends. This is enjoyable. Number 3, she loves teaching English language. In this picture you can see this woman loves teaching English language. Number 14 is month. Month. Month is one of 12 periods of time in 1 year. One of 12 periods of time in 1 year. These are months. January, February, March, these are months. For example, January is the first month of the year. January is the first month of the year. Number 2, the project is scheduled to be completed within a few months. Question number 3, example number 3, can you believe that learning English in 6 months is possible? Yeah, learning English in 6 months is possible and it is easy. This is what I did. So the word number 15 is travel. Travel. Travel means to go to a faraway place on vacation or business. This woman is traveling. So, for example, they will travel to Argentina this summer. They will travel to Argentina this summer. The next example is, our travel to Dubai was amazing. This is a picture of Dubai, and our travel to this place was amazing. Marie loves to travel and explore different culture. This is Marie, and she loves to travel and explore different cultures. The word number 16 is typical. Typical. Typical means normal or something that usually happens. For example, my typical breakfast is toast and eggs. Number 2, it is typical for me to have a cup of coffee in the morning. Example number 3, on a typical day, I wake up at 5 a.m. Imagine this is a typical day and I am waking up at 5 a.m. The word number 17 is visit. Visit. Visit means to go and spend time in another place or see another person. For example, she wants to visit her friends. She wants to visit her friends. I visited Eiffel Tower in France. I visited Eiffel Tower in France. It is good to visit the doctor one time a month. One time a month. The word number 18 is weather. Weather. Weather means the temperature and the state of the outdoors. Weather is the temperature and the state of the outdoors. For example, the weather today is rainy and cloudy. This is the weather today. It is rainy and cloudy. Example number 2. Most of the people enjoys sunny weather. Most of the people enjoys sunny weather, like these guys. Example number 3. Traveling in a rainy weather is not enjoyable. It is boring, man. Traveling in a rainy weather is not enjoyable. The word number 19 is week. Week. Week is a period of time that is 7 days long. 7 days long. A period of time that is 7 days long. For example, what are you doing next week? Or what is your plan for the next week? Example number 2, the last week was a beautiful week in my life. Yeah, great. I can't see you this week. I can't see you this week. The word number 20 or 20. And the last word is wine. Wine. Wine is an alcoholic drink made from grapes. An alcoholic drink made from grapes. For example, the store carried both red and white wine. Red and white wine. Number 2, they enjoyed a glass of red wine with their dinner. This is red wine. They enjoyed a glass of red wine with their dinner. Wine is an illegal drink in many countries. Wine is an illegal drink in many countries. Adventure. Adventure. Adventure means a fun or exciting thing that you do. As you can see in this picture, these persons are having fun and they are hiking in the mountain. For example, riding in the rough water was an adventure. Riding in a rough water was an adventure. This is rough water and this person is riding on this rough water. And this is an adventure. Number 2. Going on a hike in the mountains is an adventure. Going on a hike. These two persons are hiking on a mountain and they are having fun and this is an adventure. Number 2. Approach. Approach. To approach something means to move close to it. To move close to it. In this picture you can see this girl is approaching the bus or the bus is approaching the girl. So, for example, the students approached the school. These students are approaching the school. Number 2, he is approaching home. This boy is approaching home. The word number 3 is carefully. Carefully. Carefully means with great attention, especially to detail or safety. For example, in this picture you can see this person is looking carefully at his computer. So, for example, the baby carefully climbed down the stairs. This baby is climbing down the stairs. Number 2 is he's watching carefully. This person is watching at the paper carefully. Hey my friend, I made a lot of efforts to create this video. To support me, just click the like button. Thank you so much for your like, my friend. Number 4. Chemical. Chemical. Something that scientists use in chemistry. For example, the scientist makes the chemicals. These are chemicals and this is scientist. He is mixing the chemicals. Number 2. Salt is a common chemical used in cooking. This is the picture of salt. This is very useful in cooking, as you know. Number 5. Create. Create. Create means to make something new. To make something new. For example, he created an igloo from blocks of snow. He created an igloo. This is igloo, a small snowing home. From blocks of snow. These are blocks of snow. He created this igloo from blocks of snow. Number 2. You can create a better future by learning English language. You can create or achieve your goal by learning English language. And that is possible. Number 6 is avail. Avail. Avail means not good or something or someone bad or cruel. This is a picture of avail. For example, he felt a strange evil presence as they got closer to the house. This person is afraid of presence evil in his home and he feels afraid. Example number 2 is Jack is an evil boy. He's always struggling with his friends. This is Jack and he is always fighting or struggling with his friends because he is an evil boy. He's a bad boy. Number 7. Experiment. Experiment. Experiment is a test that you do to see what will happen. Experiment is a test. For example, the students did an experiment in science class. These are students and these are expressing something or they are experimenting something. Example number 2, the scientists experiment on mouses. This is mouse. This is a scientist. The scientists experiment on mouses. Number 8 is kill. Kill. To kill someone or something is to make them die. To make them die. To make them die. For example, I killed the fly. I killed the fly. This is the fly and I killed it. I killed the fly. Number 2, the lions can kill animals easily. The lions can kill animals easily. As you can see in this picture, 2 lions are killing the cow. Number 9 is laboratory. Laboratory. Laboratory is a room where a scientist works. This is a picture of laboratory. For example, my mother works in a laboratory. This is my mother and she works in a laboratory and mixing something. Example number 2, this laboratory is very clean. Actually, this laboratory is very clean and it should be clean. The word number 10 is laugh. Laugh. Laugh is the sound when someone is happy or a funny thing occurs. As you can see in this picture, Obama is laughing. For example, the sound of her laugh filled the room. The sound of her laugh filled the room. John always makes his friends laugh. This is John and he always makes his friends laugh. The word number 11 is loud. Loud. If sound is loud, it is strong and easy to hear. Strong and easy to hear. The sound is loud. For example, the man's voice was so loud that we could hear him. The voice of this man was so loud that we could hear him. Example number 2, can you speak a little louder? Can you speak a little louder? And she's speaking very, very loud. Number 12, nervous. Nervous. When a person is nervous, they think something bad will happen. They think something bad will happen. She is nervous. She thinks something bad will happen to her. For example, my father became nervous when he heard the news. This is my father. When he heard something bad news, he got nervous. Before a big presentation, many people feel nervous. As you can see in this picture, this person, before giving presentation in front of TV, he feels nervous. The word number 13 is noise. Noise. Noise means unwanted or unpleasant sound. Unwanted or unpleasant sound means bad sound. For example, the crying baby made a loud noise. This is a crying baby and he or she is making a loud noise. The next example is the sound of the alarm clock in the morning can be noisy. The sound of this alarm clock in the morning can be noisy. Number 14 is project. Project. Project is a type of work that you do for a school or job. A type of work that you do for a school or job. This is a project. For example, his afternoon project was to paint the room green. To paint the room green. Students worked on a group project to build a model of the solar system. This is the model of solar system. It's a school project. The word number 15 is scare. Scare. Scare, to scare someone is to make them feel afraid. To make them feel afraid. She feel afraid. For example, my uncle was scared by what he saw in the room. My uncle was afraid by what he saw in the room. The loud thunder during the storm scared the little child. This is thunder. Number 16 is secret. Secret. Something that you don't tell other people. Secret is something that you don't tell other people. For example, they are sharing a secret. They are sharing a secret together. They kept their relationship secret from their parents. They are keeping their relationship secret from their parents. This boy and girl. The word number 17 is shout. Shout. Shout means to say something loudly. To say something loudly. For example, my boss shouted at me because I was late for work. This is my boss and he shouted at me because I was late for work. When someone is far away, you might need to shout their name to get their attention. When someone is far away, you might need to shout their name like this boy to get their attention. The word number 18 is smell. Smell. To smell something means to use your nose to sense it. To use your nose to sense it. This is smell. For example, two friends smelled the flowers. The two friends smelled the flowers. Example number 2, Jack smelled the orange. Jack smelled the orange. This is Jack. He is smelling the orange. Number 19, terrible. Terrible. Terrible means very bad. Very bad. This is a terrible food. Or this is a very bad food. For example, the way he treated his classmate was terrible. The way he's laughing at his friend. The way he treated his classmate was terrible. Was very bad. Example number 2, the food at the restaurant was terrible. The food at the restaurant was terrible. Number 20 is worse. Worse. If something is worse, it is of poorer quality than another thing. As you can see in this picture, this is a very bad or worse food than another food. For example, business was worse this month than the last month. Example number 2, the students' performance in math went from good to worse. The performance of these students went from good to bad. Now this is bad. So the first word is alien. Alien. Alien means a creature from a different world. Alien is a creature from a different world. This is a picture of alien. For example, the alien came in peace. The alien, this is an alien, came in peace. Example number 2, we are in fight against the aliens. As you can see in this picture, this person is fighting with an alien. The word number 2 is among. Among. Among means surrounded by something or in the middle of something. As you can see in this picture, this is among the others. This is among the others. For example, there is a red apple among the green ones. A red apple among the other apples. Example number 2, the girl disappeared among the crowd. This girl disappeared among the crowd. This is a crowded street. The word number 3 is chart. Chart. Chart is a list of information. A list of information. This is a chart. For example, we used a chart to see how we had improved. Example number 2, using chart is the best way to deliver presentation. Using the chart is the best way to give presentation. The word number 4 is cloud. Cloud. Cloud is a group of water drops in the sky. A group of water drops in the sky. This is a cloud. For example, the sky is filled with white clouds. The sky is filled with white clouds. Another example we have, the weather tomorrow will be cloudy. Like this. Hey my friend, I made a lot of efforts to create this video. To support me, just click the like button. Thank you so much for your like, my friend. The word number 5 is describe. Describe. Describe means to say or write what someone or something is like. For example, they described their tree as colorful with gold ribbon and a star. This is that tree that described to me. Example number 2. The police asked her to describe the man. The police asked the woman to describe that man. The word number 6 is ever. Ever. Ever means at any time. At any time is ever. For example, going skiing last winter was the most fun I have ever had. Going skiing, this is ski. Going skiing last winter was the most fun I have ever had. Example number 2, the food was as bad as ever. This food was as bad as ever. Means very bad. The word number 7, fail. Fail. To fail means you don't succeed in what you try to do. This person is failed in playing chess. For example, since he failed to get the job, he was sad. Since he failed to get the job, he was sad. Example number 2, doctors failed to save the girl's life. This is a doctor. This doctor failed to save this girl's life. The word number 8 is grade. Grade. Grade is a score or mark given to someone's work. This is a grade A+. A+ is a kind of grade. For example, I managed to get good grade on my report card. I managed to get good grade on my report card. As you can see, this person got A+ grade. Another example, Max got a grade A in science. The word number 9 is instead. Instead. Instead means in place of something. In place of something. For example, he ate the carrot instead of the ice cream. This person is eating the carrot instead of the ice cream. Example number 2, instead of going to the park, they went to the cinema. This family, instead of going to the park, they went to the cinema. The word number 10 is library. Library. Library is a place where you go to read books. This is a picture of library. For example, the library at the school is full of books. This is a library at the school and this is full of books. My brother always goes to the library to read books. This is my brother. He always goes to the library to read books. The word number 11 is photograph. Photograph. Don't say photograph. Photograph. This is wrong. Say photograph. Photograph. Photograph is a picture. Picture or image. This is photograph. For example, I like taking photographs. I like taking photographs. This person is taking picture or taking photograph. Example number 2, I took a photograph with my phone. I took a photograph with my phone. Number 12, planet. Planet. Planet is a large round thing in the space. A large round thing in space. This is a planet. For example, Saturn is the planet with the ring around it. This is a picture of Saturn or Saturn. Example number 2, we live in the Earth planet. This is our planet. We live in Earth. This is Earth. Number 13, report. Report. Report is something someone writes for school or work. This is an example of report. For example, Karen had trouble writing her report. This is Karen and he is struggling with writing report. Example number 2, reports say Dubai is improving fast. Actually, Dubai is improving so fast. This is a picture of Dubai in 1991 and this is 2017. It has improved very fast. The word number 14 is several. Several. Several is more than 2 but not many. Several is more than two, but not many. For example, he had to read several books for class. I watched several movies yesterday. I watched several movies yesterday. Number 15 is shape. Shape. Shape means the form that something has. These are shapes. For example, the books have rectangle shape. All of the books have rectangle shape. This is rectangle. The wheels of bicycles have circle shape. The wheels, this is a wheel of bicycle have circle shape. This is circle shape. Number 16 is solve. Solve. Solve means to find an answer. To find an answer. For example, all the students could easily solve the math problem. This is the math problem. All of the students could easily solve the math problems. Example number 2, Jack thinks money will solve all his problems. This is Jack. He thinks money will solve all his problems. But that is not true. The word number 17 is suddenly. Suddenly. If something happens suddenly, it happens quickly and unexpectedly, like this picture. For example, I was surprised when my friend suddenly shouted, "Happy birthday! Happy birthday!" I was surprised. Example number 2, George died very suddenly. This is George. He died very suddenly and unexpectedly. Number 18, suppose. Suppose. Suppose means to guess something is true. For example, I suppose I should go home now. I suppose I should go home now. Or we can say, I think I should go home now. Example number 2, she suppose I'm 22 years old. She suppose I am 22 years old. Or she thinks I am 22 years old. The word number 19, understand. Understand. Understand means to know the meaning of something. To know the meaning of something. For example, Henry could not understand the message. This is a picture of Henry and he couldn't understand the message. Example number 2, she doesn't understand English. She doesn't understand English. Oh my. The word number 20 and the last word is view. View. View means to look at something. As you can see in this picture, this person is looking at something or to view something. For example, Jack's videos get over 1 million views per day. Jack's videos get over 1 million views per day. Another example, Michael likes to view himself in the mirror. This is Michael and this is mirror. He likes to view himself in the mirror. Appropriate. Appropriate. When a thing is appropriate, it is right or normal. For example, it is appropriate to wear a suit when you go to the office. This is suit. The second example is, it is not an appropriate time to play football. The word number 2 is avoid. Avoid. Avoid means to stay away from something. To stay away, like this person, from something. For example, avoid the broken bottle on the floor. Avoid the broken bottle on the floor. Avoid eating junk foods. Avoid eating junk foods. The word number 3 is behave. Behave. Behave means to act in a particular way, especially to be good. For example, she always behaves well when her father is around. The students behaved in a good way. These students behaved in a good way. The word number 4, calm. Calm. Don't say calm. Calm. The word ill is silent. Calm. When someone is calm, they do not get excited or upset. For example, a nice warm bath makes me feel so calm. Don't make noise, be calm. The word number 5 is concern. Concern. Concern is a feeling of worry. A feeling of worry. For example, I was filled with concern after reading the newspaper. Everybody do concern about money, or everybody is worried about money. The word number 6 is content. Content. Content means to be happy and not want more. Or we can say content means satisfied. For example, the baby looked very content and sitting on the floor. I'll be content if you bring my book. The word number 7 is expect. Expect. If you expect something to happen, you believe it will happen. For example, I expect the bus to be here very soon. I expect you were his brother, but you were not. The word number 8 is frequently. Frequently. When something happens frequently, it happens often or many times. For example, we meet frequently either at the beginning or end of the week. Example number 2, I frequently play football. The word number 9, habit. Habit. Habit is a thing that you do often or often. For example, smoking is a bad habit that can kill you. Washing the teeth every day is a good habit. The word number 10, instruct. Instruct. Instruct means to teach or teaching. For example, my teacher instructs us in several subjects. She loves to instruct English. This woman loves to instruct English or to teach English. Number 11, issue. Issue. An issue is an important topic. An important topic. For example, the men spoke about issues that were important to the people. Talking about food can be a good issue, or talking about food can be a good topic. Number 12, none. None. None means not any of something. Not any of something. He spent all his money, there is none left. This person spent all his money and he has no money. I wish I could offer you some cake, but there is none left. There is no cake to offer you. Number 13, patient. Patient. If people are patient, they don't become angry or upset easily. For example, she have to be patient and wait until 5 o'clock to leave. Mary is a patient doctor. She never get angry. Number 14, positive. Positive. If something is positive, it is good. For example, she has a positive future ahead of her after finishing college. My answer is positive. My answer is positive. Positive answer. Number 15, punish. Punish. Punish means to make someone suffer for breaking the rules or laws. For example, to punish me, my teacher had me stand in the corner. If you fail, don't punish yourself. Number 16, represent. Represent. Represent means to speak or act for a person or group. For example, my lawyer will represent me in the court. The yellow areas represent deserts on the map. Number 17, shake. Shake. Shake means to move back and forth or up and down quickly. For example, When people shake hands, it usually means they agree. Another example, shake the bottle before you open it. Shake the bottle before you open it. Number 18 is spread. Spread. Spread means to move out to cover a larger area. For example, I like to spread butter on my toast. This is butter, and I like to spread this butter on my toast. Buddhism spread to China from India. The word number 19 is stroll. Stroll. Stroll means to walk slowly and calmly. Stroll means walking. In simple way, stroll means walking. For example, my dog and I strolled through the park today. Let's take a stroll in the park. Or let's walk in the park. Something like that. The word number 20 and the last word is village. Village. A village is a very small town. Very small town is village. For example, there are only a few houses in my village. Our village is a beautiful place. Active. Active. When someone is active, they move a lot or have a lot of things to do. For example, it is important to be active and not sit around all the time. I am an active student in the class. This is an active student in the class. Number 2, adult. Adult. A person who is more than 18 years old. This is an adult person and he is more than 18 years old. For example, my mom and dad are adults. An adult person should be an active person. Number 3, age. Age. Age is how many years someone has lived. For example, she died at the age of 80. My age is 23 years old. Actually, my age is 23 years old. Number 4, bad. Bad. When something is bad, it is not good. Bad means not good. For example, she is unhappy because she had a bad day. I have some bad news for you. I have some bad news for you. Number 5, balance. Balance. Balance is when two or more things are equal. Equal. Balance means equal. For example, a good balance between work and fun helps keep you healthy. Try to keep a balance between work and play. Try to keep a balance between work and play. Number 6 is bike. Bike. A bike is a vehicle with 2 wheels. These are one wheel and this is 2 wheel. 2 wheels powered by a human. By a human. For example, he rides his bike to school every day. My brother has 2 bikes. My brother has 2 bikes. Number 7 is choose. Choose. Choose means to pick something or make a decision. For example, I have to choose between art and sports classes. I choose reading book instead of playing football. Number 8, doctor. Doctor. A person who studies medicine and helps sick people. This is a doctor. For example, you should go to the doctor when you are sick. When you are sick, you should go to the doctor. This is doctor. Jack's father is a doctor. This is Jack's father. Number 9, during. During. During an event means while the event was happening. This is a birthday party event. For example, did you sleep during the movie? Did you sleep during watching movie? Actually, another example, I read book in the bus during going home. Number 10. Football. Football. Football is a sport with 11 members and an oval-shaped ball. For example, football is a popular sport in the United States. We usually play football in the morning. Number 11 is fun. Fun. When something is fun, it is enjoyable. For example, we had a fun time at the birthday party. We watch movies just for fun. They are having fun with watching movies. Number 12 is game. Game. An activity where people compete against each other. For example, let's play a board game tonight. This is a board game. Its name is chess. This is a board game. Let's play a board game tonight. Another example, don't waste your time by playing video games. Number 13 is heart. Heart. Heart is an organ that keeps the body alive. This is a picture of heart. For example, my heart beats fast when I am nervous. This is a picture of heartbeat. Red heart is sign of love. This is a red heart and this is sign of love. Number 14 is golf. Golf. Golf is a sport with clubs and a small white ball. This is a white ball, a small white ball. For example, people play golf in a nice weather. This is a nice weather and these two persons are playing golf. My father plays golf at the weekend. Number 15, increase. Increase. To increase is to make something larger. To make something larger. For example, I will increase my score if I study for the test. The population increased a lot. The population increased a lot. Number 16 is life. Life. Life is the time when a person is alive. The time of being alive of a person. For example, my grandfather or grandmother had a long life. His goal in his life is becoming a doctor. The goal of this person is becoming a doctor. Number 17 is kilometer. Kilometer. Kilometer is a unit of measurement that is 1,000 meters. For example, a marathon is 42.2 kilometers. This is a marathon. The Everest Mount has 8 kilometers height. This is Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world. Number 18, often. Often. When something happens many times, it is called often. He often goes to bed early during the weekend. Jack often plays football, or Jack often. You can say often or often. Jack often or often plays football. Number 19, plenty. Plenty. If you have plenty of something, that is a lot of it. That is very much. For example, here we can see that this is very much or a lot of course. For example, we have plenty of fruit, so help yourself. Plenty of fruit. A lot of fruit. The library has plenty of books. These are plenty of books. A lot of books. Number 20 is weight. Weight. Weight is how heavy something of someone is. For example, I gained weight because I ate a lot of pizza. My weight is 60 kilograms. apart, apart. When people or things are apart, they are not next to each other. They are not next to each other. For example, in this picture you can see this apple and oranges apart from together. For example, they moved apart and then came back together. They are moving apart. Jack and Mary want to live apart. The word number 2 is attribute. Attribute. Attribute means a characteristic of a person or thing. For example, as you can see in this picture, color and shape is attributes of the ball. For example, she isn't or she is not very clever, but he or she does have some other attributes. Being happy is a good attribute or a good characteristics. Number 3, bilingual. Bilingual. A bilingual person can speak in 2 languages. For example, since you already know English, after learning French, you will be bilingual. I am bilingual and I can speak in English and Spanish. This person is bilingual because he can speak in English and Spanish. Number 4, completely. Completely. Something completely different is very, very different from before. Or another word, completely means at all. At all means completely, yes. For example, I was completely wrong. I was completely wrong. Or another example, I completely forgot that it is your birthday. I'm so sorry for that. Number 5 is dash. Dash. Dash means to run or move quickly. For example, Helene dashed up the stairs so she wouldn't be late for her appointment. Another one, Jack dashed to school. As you can see, this is Jack and he is running to school. Number 6 is disgust. Disgust. Disgust means a feeling of disdain and anger caused by something rude or unpleasant. For example, he felt disgust toward his date because she had such a terrible eating habit. Jack looked at him with disgust, or Jack looked at him with anger. This is looking anger. Number 7 is fashionable. Fashionable. Something fashionable is what people like to wear and do now. For example, it is very fashionable to wear a hat. This is a hat, and it is very fashionable to wear a hat. Rich people live in fashionable houses. In fashionable houses. This is a fashionable house. Number 8, foreign. Foreign. Something foreign is something we are not used to. For example, she has traveled widely in foreign countries. Foreign countries means abroad. Another example, English language is a foreign language. Is a foreign language. Number 9, gulf. Gulf. A gulf is a gap between people who do not understand each other. A gulf between two persons. For example, there has been a gulf between James and Tony since their parents died. There is a gulf between old and young people today. A gulf is like a different. There's a different between old and young people today. Number 10 is mirror. Mirror. A mirror is usually made of glass and you can see yourself in it. For example, he used the mirror to shine light in their eyes. Another one, You can see yourself in the mirror. You can see yourself in the mirror. Another word is natural. Natural. Things that are natural are not made by people because they are natural. They are not made by people. For example, we need to take care of natural world. The flowers are natural. The flower is natural. Number 12, nowadays. Nowadays. Nowadays means at the present time. Nowadays, not so many people smoke. Another one, people are improved nowadays, or today's people are improved. Number 13, participant. Participant. Someone who joins in a social event or competition. As you can see in this picture, these people are participant in a marathon. For example, there were thousands of participants in this year's marathon. There is thousands of participants or competitors. Another example, there are 22 participants in a football match. Number 14, ritual. Ritual. A formal custom that people do regularly. That is called ritual. I think this is an Indian ritual. For example, Ken was very interested to learn about the religious ritual of the natives. Praying is a religious ritual that Muslim people do. This is praying that Muslim people do every day. Number 15 is spoken. Spoken. Spoken language is what we say. What we say is spoken. It's called spoken. For example, we cannot take back what has been spoken. Spoken English is formal than written English. Number 16 is sport. Sport. Sport involves games like running, jumping, football, and tennis. These are called sport. For example, she loves watching sports on TV. Football is the most popular sport. Number 17 is surprised. Surprise. You're surprised when something unexpected happens. For example, he didn't appear at all surprised when he read the articles. The boy got surprised when he saw his gift. This is a gift. When the boy saw his gift, he got surprised. The word number 19 is totally. Totally. If you totally agree, you agree with everything just said. Or in another word, totally means at all or completely. For example, I'm totally against that. I'm completely against that. Listening and speaking are totally different or completely different. Number 20 is vague. Vague. If something is vague, it is not clear and gives very few details. That was vague. A vague picture. For example, I asked him about his mother's health, but he was very vague about it. The picture is very vague. I can't see anything. As you can see, this picture is vague and we cannot see what is in this picture. Allow. Allow. Allow means to let something to happen. For example, having a ticket will allow you to enter the show. It is allowed to take picture. Announce. Announce. To announce something means to make it known. She is announcing something. He announced to everyone his new idea for the company. The company has announced plans to create 1,000 new jobs. Number 3, beside. Beside. Someone or something beside you is next to you. For example, the two brothers stood beside each other. These two brothers are standing beside each other. My bicycle is beside your car. This is my bicycle and that is beside of your car. Number 4, challenge. Challenge. A challenge is something difficult to complete. For example, it was a challenge to climb to the top of the mountain. Learning English is challenging or learning English is difficult. Number 5, claim. Claim. Claim means to say something is true. To say something is true. For example, he claimed to know why the country's laws were weak. The group claimed for the bombing. Actually, this group claimed for the bombing. Hey my friend, I made a lot of efforts to create this video. To support me, just click the like button. Thank you so much for your like, my friend. Number 6 is condition. Condition. Condition is the state or situation of something. For example, the patient's condition was very good. This woman is a patient. He's smiling because her condition is good. Another one, he's not in that condition to walk or run. This person is not in that condition to run or walk. Number 7, contribute. Contribute. Contribute means to help someone. To help. We decided to contribute money to the new hospital. I want to contribute for doing your homework. Contribute. I want to help. Number 8 is difference. Difference. Difference is a way that something is not like other things. Being not like other things. The biggest difference between the birds is the color of their feathers. Example 2. There is a difference in color of their clothes. The color of their clothes is purple and green, and this is blue and light blue. Number 9 is divide. Divide. Divide means to split something into a smaller part. To split something. To split this pizza into 3 parts. For example, we divided the pizza. Divided the pizza in 4 parts. This is one of them. This is beginning to divide in 2 parts. This is dividing in 2 parts. Number 10, expert. Expert. Someone who is very good at doing something. That is called expert, that person actually. For example, the wizard was an expert at magic. Ronaldo and Messi are expert in football. Number 11, famous. Famous. A famous person is well known. Well known. For example, the Eiffel Tower in Paris is very famous. Johnny English is a very famous actor. He is very famous. Number 12 is force. Force. Force means power or energy. For example, he used all his force to try and open the door. Do you have the force to run? Do you have that force? Number 13 is harm. Harm. Harm means to damage something. For example, a hot iron can cause great harm if you are not careful. Yeah. Junk foods are harmful for your health. These are junk foods. Number 14, lay. Lay. To put in horizontal or flat position. This is horizontal or flat position. Or he's laying. For example, don't lay on the floor. Don't lay on the floor. Jack wants to lay on the couch. This is Jack and he wants to lay on the couch. Number 15 is peace. Peace. Peace is a time without war. A time without war. For example, a white dove is a symbol of peace. These are white doves. These are doves. This one and this one are doves, a symbol of peace. Another example, some people are sad because they are not in peace with themselves, like this girl. Number 16, prince. Prince. Prince is the son of a king. The son of a king is called a prince. For example, the prince and the princess were married. Prince George will become a great king. Number 17, protect. Protect. Protect means to stop someone from getting hurt. For example, firemen protect us from fire. These two persons are firemen or fireman. I protect my sister from dog. Number 18, sense. Sense. Sense means to know about something without being told. For example, I could sense that he was watching me. Can you sense the flower? Number 19 is sadden. Sadden. When something is sadden, it happens very quickly. For example, he felt a sudden pain in his chest. In his chest, he felt a sudden pain. A sudden accident happened yesterday. This is an accident and it happened yesterday. A sudden accident. Number 20 is therefore. Therefore. Therefore means for this reason. For this reason. For example, he is fat, therefore he should go on a diet. Also we can say he is fat, for this reason he should go on a diet. He is tired, therefore he needs to go to the park. Accept. Accept. Accept means to take something that someone offers you. This is accept and this is refuse. They are opposite together. Accept means to take something. Refuse means to reject something. They are opposites. For example, I accepted the girl's very nice gift. I accepted the girl's gift. I accept that you are a good person, or I believe that you are a good person. Word number 2 is arrange. Arrange. Arrange means to put things in the right places. To put things in the right places. For example, please arrange the words in order from A to Z. As you can see, she is arranging the letters from A to Z. Another one, he is arranging the letters. Or she is arranging the letters, as you can see. Number 3 is attend. Attend. To attend something is to go to it. For example, my sister and I attend in the same school. Another one, I attended in the science class. This is a science class. Word number 4 is chase. Chase. Chase means to run after someone to try to catch them. As you can see in this picture, this boy is chasing the dog or running after the dog. For example, I was chased by a dog. This person is chased by a dog. Another one, the police chased the suspect. This police is chasing the suspect. Number 5 is contrast. Contrast. Contrast is the difference between two things. Difference between two things is called contrast. For example, the contrast between my parents is very noticeable. As you can see, they are struggling with each other. A big contrast. Another one, there is a contrast between rich and poor people in our society actually. This is poor and rich, a big contrast between them. Number 6 is encourage. Encourage. Encourage means to give someone the confidence to do something. Giving the confidence to someone to do something is called encourage. For example, my football coach encourages when we are losing. Yeah. I encouraged my teammates when we were losing the game. Number 7 is familiar. Familiar. People or things familiar to you or those you know well, or to know well something or someone is called familiar. For example, the two friends were very familiar with each other. Actually, these two friends were very familiar to each other. I am not familiar with your friends. I don't know them. I'm not familiar with your friends. Number 8 is grab. Grab. Grab means to take hold of someone or something with sudden movement. Grab is like catch. Yeah, grab, catch. For example, I grabbed a pear from the tree. This is pear. I grabbed a pear from the tree, or I catched a pear from the tree. You run and I try to grab you, or you run and I try to catch you. Number 9 is hang. Hang. Hang means to keep something above the ground. Keeping something above the ground is called hang. For example, there is a family photograph hanging on the wall. These pictures are hanging on the wall. Another example, Philip hung his coat on the hook behind the door. Hung is the past form of hang. Number 10 is huge. Huge. Huge means very big or large. As you can see, this dog is huge than this one. For example, at work, my father drives a huge truck. This is called truck, a kind of car, and that is huge. A huge truck, a very big truck. There is a huge amount of money. Huge amount of money is called, also we can say there is a very big amount of money, or a lot of amount of money. A lot of money. Number 11 is necessary. Necessary. If something is necessary, you must do it because it is so important. An important thing is called necessary. For example, a passport is necessary if you want to travel to other countries. This is passport and it is necessary to travel to other countries. You must bring your necessary documents in the interview to get the job. Number 12 is pattern. Pattern. Pattern is a way in which something is done or organized, or we can say pattern is called a way of doing something. The way of doing something is called pattern. My pattern of brushing of my teeth is the same as most people's. Another one, what is your pattern to reach your goal? Or we can say, or what is your way to reach your goal? Number 13, purpose. Purpose. Purpose means to say that something should be done, or purpose means suggest, to ask, to request. For example, my grandmother proposed that we have our picture taken with Santa. Actually, this red old man is called Santa. Santa Claus, his full name. I propose you to do your homework. Number 14, purpose. Purpose. Purpose is the reason that you do something. The reason of doing something is called purpose. For example, the purpose of exercising is to get into shape. The purpose or the goal of exercising is to get into shape. For example, the purpose of this video is to teach you English vocabularies, or the goal of this video is to teach you English vocabularies. Purpose is goal also. Number 15 is release. Release. To release something is to stop holding it. To stop holding something is release. As you can see, this boy is releasing the bird. For example, he released the bird from her hands. This boy. Another one, he got released from jail. This person got released from jail. Number 16, require. Require. To require something is to say that is necessary, or to say that something is important is called require. For example, we require teachers to have a university degree. Another one, English language certificate is required to apply for scholarships. Yeah. Number 17 is satisfied. Satisfied. You are satisfied when you have what you wanted. Yeah. For example, I am very satisfied with your work, or I am content of your working. Another one, my teacher is satisfied with my homeworks. Number 18 is single. Single. Single means only one, just one picture, one pen, everything just one. So, for example, I have a single key in my hand. A single key in my hand. I have a one key in my hand. As you can see, this is one key, a single key. Another one, I am a single child in my family. This is a single child, a one child in his family. Number 19, tear. Tear. To tear something means to pull it apart. To pull something apart is called tear. For example, it is easy to tear paper. To tear paper is easy. Don't tear the document. Don't tear the document, it is important. Number 20 is theory. Theory. Theory is an idea about how something works, or theory means opinion, belief. For example, we talked about the Einstein's theory of relativity in class. Another one, there is many ideas about theory of evolution. Theory of evolution, this is a theory of evolution. Animal. Animal. Animal is a living thing that can move. This is a picture of animal. For example, my favorite animal is the panda. Actually, this is a baby panda. It is so cute. Monkey is a clever animal. This is a picture of monkey, and that is so genius and clever. Number 2 is bus. Bus. Bus is a large vehicle that people travel on. For example, my father takes the bus to work. Yeah. I go to school by bus every day. These are easy. Number 3 is cat. Cat. Cat is a small animal related to lions and tigers that is kept as a pet. This is cat. For example, this cat is playing with ball. This cat is playing with ball. He is feeding his cat. Actually, this person here is feeding the cat. Number 4 is command. Command. Command is an order given to a person or animal to do something. Command is an order or request. For example, Joe gave the students a command to stand up. These students are standing up because Joe told them. Another one, her father commanded to study English well. Her father commanded to study English well. And she thought English is hard, but that is not. English is easy actually. Number 5 is depend. Depend. To depend on something is to need it for support or help. For example, my grandfather depends on a cane when he walks. As you can see, this one and this one is cane. Imagine this is my grandfather. When he wants to walk, he depends on this cane to walk or for walking. All the humans depend on food and water to live. Every human, all of us are depending on this food. It means without this food we cannot live. Number 6 is dog. Dog. Dog is an animal that has 4 legs and a tail that is kept as a pet or trained to work. That's a dog. This woman's best friend is her dog. The best friend of this woman is her dog. I have a big and a small dog. I have a big one and a small dog. Number 7 is door. Door. Door is an object that swings or slides open and shut. This is door. Picture of door. Can you close the door, please? Or another one. Every house has one or more doors. Yeah. Number 8 is friend. Friend. A friend is someone a person knows and likes spending time with. As you can see, they are friends together. For example, Brian's friend is very sad. Brian's friend is very sad. As you can see, he's very sad. I went to park with my friends. These are my friends. I went to park with them. Number 9, hear. Hear. Hear is to be aware of sound through your ears. This is called ears. Ear, a body part. For example, Michael cannot hear what you're saying. Michael cannot hear what you're saying. Another one, we can hear the sounds by our ears. We can hear the sounds, these are sounds, by our ear. This is ear. Number 10 is help. Help. Help means to do something that makes something easier for someone else. That is called help. Jane can help Nathan climb up the rock. This is Jane, and he went to help the Nathan to climb up the rock. Yeah, the rock or mountain. Another one, I can help you to do your homework. He's helping to do his homework. Number 11 is horse. Horse. Horse is a big, strong animal that people ride and use for pulling heavy things. This is horse. For example, I went to a farm and saw a horse. Riding horse is very enjoyable. He's riding the horse. Number 12, hospital. Hospital. A hospital is where sick or hurt people receive care and or treatment. A picture of hospital. The doctor talks to a patient at the hospital. This is doctor and this old man is a patient. The doctor is talking to the patient. My mother works as a doctor in the hospital. Yeah, imagine this is my mother and she works as a doctor in the hospital. Number 3 is leg. Leg. Leg is a body part used for standing and walking. These are called leg or legs. She hurt her leg. She hurt her leg. Running fast every morning makes our legs strong, or exercising makes our legs strong. A strong leg, you can see. Number 14, medical. Medical. Medical is related to the treatment of an injury or disease. These are medical or medical materials. Taylor is a medical student studying to become a doctor. This is Taylor, he wants to become a doctor. He's studying. Another one, there is a medical materials in the laboratory. Yeah, this is medical materials in the laboratory. Number 15, opaque. Opaque. Opaque means not covered. Yeah, this door, the door is opaque, you can see. Not covered. For example, Emil likes to open the window to let fresh air in. Open the window. Can you open the door, please? Can you open the door, please? Number 16 is pull. Pull. Pull means to hold onto something, to move it towards you. Yeah, as you can see, this person is pulling the door. This is pulling the door, and this one is pushing the door. Push and pull are opposites together. Yeah, push and pull. This one is pull. For example, the children pull the rope. These children are pulling the rope. This is rope, and they are pulling the rope. The horse is used to pull heavy things. Yeah, the horse is used to pull the heavy things here. Number 17 is rabbit. Rabbit. Rabbit is a small animal with long ears that lives in a hole in the ground. Long ears of the rabbit. This is rabbit. Look at the rabbit in the park. Yeah? The rabbits eat carrot. These are rabbits and they are eating the carrot. This is carrot. Number 18 is school. School. School is a place where children go to learn. This is a picture of a school. For example, the students study at the school. These are students, they are studying at the school. We play football in the school every morning. Yeah. Number 19 is see. See. To see is to use your eyes to look at something or someone. This is eye. Stephen doesn't want to see the scary pictures. We can see everything by our eyes. This is a picture of eye. We can see everything with this thing. Actually, eye. Number 20 is service. Service. Service is the act of helping or serving someone. Like help. For example, this coffee shop has excellent service. Excellent service. Your restaurant has the best service. She's serving. Benefit. Benefit. Benefit means advantage, or benefit is a good thing, or a good thing is benefit. For example, being able to fly is a benefit to birds. Yeah, being able to fly is a benefit to birds. Getting a job is a benefit of learning English. If you learn English well, getting a job becomes easier. Yeah. Number 2, certain. Certain. If you're certain about something, you know it is true. For example, I'm certain that zebras have stripes. This is zebra, and it has black and white stripes. Now, are you certain about that? Or are you sure about that? Certain, like sure. Number 3 is chance. Chance. Chance is an opportunity to do something. An opportunity to do something. For example, I had a chance to see the Colosseum in Rome last summer. Yeah? Another one, I have another chance to pass the exam. Yeah. Number 4 is effect. Effect. Effect is a change made by something. For example, the medicine had a good effect on the boy. Eating junk foods have bad effects on our health. Number 5 is essential. Essential. If something is essential, it is very important and necessary. Essential means very important or necessary. For example, it is essential to have a passport when you travel to other countries. Yeah. We are learning 4,000 essential English words, or we are learning 4,000 very important English words. Number 6 is for. For. 4 means not close. As you can see, these two persons are far from together. They are not close. It is far from the east coast to the west coast of America. The blue color is the east coast, the green is the west coast of the United States of America. My home is far from the school. My home is far from the school. This is his home and this is the school. My home is far from the school. Number 7 is focus. Focus. Focus means to think about something and pay attention to it. Yeah, this person is focusing, or this person is focused. For example, my mom always helps me to focus on my schoolwork. His mom helps him to focus on his schoolworks. You need to focus more on your career. Career means job, or you need to focus more on your job. Number 8, function. Function. The function of something is what it does. What something does is called function. For example, the function of a flashlight is to help you see in the dark. Yeah. The function of a pen is to write something. Writing something is the function of pen. Number 9 is grass. Grass. The green leaves, grass is the green leaves that cover the ground. These are green leaves. For example, the grass looks so soft and green. The sheep is eating the grasses. This is a sheep and it is eating the grasses. Number 10 is guard. Guard. Guard means to take care of something. For example, the police officer will guard us from any harm. The firefighters guard us from fire. They are firefighter. Number 11 is image. Image. Image means picture or photo. For example, the image of her eye was very clear. I have a collection of beautiful images. This is a collection of beautiful images. Number 12 is immediate. Immediate. If something is immediate, it happens very quickly, or it happens quickly. It happens very fast. For example, an immediate response came from the pizza place. This is a pizza place. They promise an immediate action to help the people. Number 13, primary. Primary. Primary means most important or very important. For example, his primary thoughts are about money. The thoughts of this person are about money. Personal safety is primary importance. Is very important, yeah. Primary. Number 14 is proud. Proud. Proud means being happy of doing something. For example, she's proud of the picture she drew of her house. This girl is proud of his draw. He's proud of his achievements. This person is proud of his achievements. Number 15, remain. Remain. To remain somewhere is to stay there. To stay somewhere is called remain. For example, my sister had to remain home since she was sick. Despite the job losses, Jack remained as manager. This is Jack and he is still a manager after losing. Number 16, rest. Rest. Rest means to stop doing something while the body gets back its strength. He's resting. I rested on the couch after work. I always raced after playing football. Number 17 is separate. Separate. If things are separate, they are not together or far from together. For example, New York and Los Angeles are in two separate parts of America. Here is New York and this is Los Angeles. They are in two separate parts of America. They want to live to separate. This man and woman want to live to separate. Number 18, site. Site. A site is a place. For example, we found the perfect site for our picnic. They are picnicking. We found the perfect site, a perfect place for our picnic. There is a camping site on the mountain. Number 19 is tail. Tail. Tail is a part of an animal's body that sticks from its rear or back. This is a picture of tail. For example, our dog wags its tail when it is happy. This dog is happy and wagging its tail. This is its tail. Monkey has a long tail. A long tail. This is a long tail of this monkey. Number 20 is trouble. Trouble. Trouble means a problem or difficulty. For example, I have trouble working with my boss. This woman has a trouble working with his boss. With her boss. Our economy was in serious trouble. Our economy was in serious trouble. Advertise. Advertise. Advertise means to tell the public about a product or service. For example, the woman started a new company and needed to advertise her product. Many companies advertise their products on TVs, like this. Okay, number 2, aware. Aware. Aware means knowing about something. For example, the students became aware that the teacher was watching him. We should be aware that junk food are harmful. These are junk foods and they are harmful for our health. Number 3 is battery. Battery. Battery is an object that provides electricity for something such as radio, car, or toy. This is a picture of battery. For example, my brother needs a battery for his clock. A clock uses 2 batteries. Okay, number 4, black. Black. Black is the darkest color. This is the color of black, a black color. Our street is black at night because there are no street lights. Okay, there is a blackboard in the class. This is a blackboard. Number 5, city. City. City is a place where a lot of people live. Okay, for example, Tokyo is a very big city in Japan. Dubai city is very improved. This is Dubai. Number 6, clean. Clean. Clean means to make something neat and tidy. To make something neat and tidy. For example, I clean our kitchen every Saturday. Or Jack is cleaning the desk. Jack is cleaning the desk. Number 7, country. Country. A country is an area of land with the same government and laws. For example, France is a country in Europe. This is France. Russia is the largest country around the world. Number 8, develop. Develop. Develop means to make something larger or advanced. For example, this practice will help you to develop your math skills. You can develop your muscles by exercising. Word number 9 is electric. Electric. If something is electric, it uses electricity. For example, the iron, laptop, camera, everything here are electric devices. For example, some car companies make electric cars, like Tesla. All of the electric devices use electricity. These are electric devices. Number 10, eventually. Eventually. When something happens at a later time or in the end, it happens eventually. Or eventually means at the end of something. For example, he will eventually move to London to find a job. Eventually, he got a job and moved to London. Number 11 is fact. Fact. Fact is a piece of information that is true. For example, a fact about South America is that it is a continent. Yeah. It is a fact that Ronaldo and Messi are the best football players. Okay. Number 12 is glass. Glass. Glass is a transparent breakable material. Windows are made of glass. Okay, this is a picture of window. This is made of glass. Don't touch the broken glass. This is a broken glass. Number 13, history. History. History is the study of the past. The study of the past. For example, history was my favorite subject in school. We have the history exam tomorrow. We have the history exam tomorrow. Number 14, nature. Nature. Everything in the physical world that is not made by people. Everything that is not made by people is called nature. For example, on the weekends, I love to walk in nature among the trees. It is important to take care about nature. Yeah. Number 15, never. Never. Never is when something is impossible or will not happen. It's called never. For example, she never eat meat because she is vegetarian. It is never too late to give up smoking, to leave smoking. Number 16, people. People. People are humans or persons. For example, how many people live in China? How many people? There are many people in the streets. Number 17, plastic. Plastic. Plastic is a material made by people. For example, many drinks are sold in plastic bottles. Many drinks are sold in plastic bottles. I have a plastic chair. I have a plastic chair. Number 18, problem. Problem. Problem is a situation that something goes wrong. Okay? For example, my problem is that I lost my dog. My problem is that I lost my dog. Smoking will cause big problems. Number 19, street. Street. Street is a road in a city or village. This is a street. For example, what is the name of the street you live on? Or many poor people live on these streets, like this person. Number 20 and the last word is think. Think. Think means to have an opinion or thought about something. To have an opinion or idea about something. For example, I think summer is the best season. Or I think learning English is easy. Yeah. Alone. Alone. A person who is alone is not with another person. Being not with another person is called alone. For example, the boy wanted to be alone to think. Number 2, Jack lives alone in a big house. Number 2, apartment. Apartment. A set of rooms in a building where people live is called apartment. For example, she has a nice apartment in the city. Number 2, we live in the apartment with 4 rooms. Number 3, article. Article. Article is a story in a newspaper or magazine. A story in a newspaper. These are articles, these two. For example, did you read the article in the newspaper about the soccer game? Number 2, can you write an article about the foods? Number 4, artist. Artist. A person who paints, draws, or makes sculptures is called artist. For example, he went to Paris to become an artist. Number 2, my brother is an artist. Okay, number 5 is attitude. Attitude. The way of feeling and thinking is called attitude. The way of feeling and thinking. For example, John has a bad attitude. He's always angry, says John. Number 2, your attitude makes your personality. Okay, your attitude or the way of your feeling or thinking makes your personality. Number 6 is beauty. Beauty. Beauty is the state or quality of being beautiful. For example, I heard my mother was a great beauty when she was young. Number 2, she was considered a great beauty in her youth. This one. Number 7, compare. Compare. Compare means to say how two things are the same and different. For example, if you compare cats and dogs, you will see that they are both good pets. Number 2, don't compare yourself with your friends. Don't compare yourself with your friends. Number 8 is judge. Judge. To say that something is good or bad. Good or bad is called judge. For example, the boy was going to judge how his mother's turkey tasted. Okay. Number 2, don't judge yourself by your mistakes. Number 9, magazine. Magazine. A regular publication with news, stories, and articles is magazine. For example, she likes to read fashion magazine. Number 2, my father reads magazine every morning. Number 10 is material. Material. A material is what is used to make something. What is used to make something. For example, brick is a good material for building something. Number 2, videos often make good teaching materials. Like this one. Number 11 is meal. Meal. Meal is a time when food is eaten, such as breakfast, lunch, or dinner. For example, breakfast is my favorite meal because I enjoy cereal. Number 2, dinner is the main meal of the day for most people. Number 12, method. Method. Method is the way to do something. The way for doing something is called method. For example, what is the best method to learn English? Or learning English with movies is a good method. Number 13, neighbor. Neighbor. A person who lives near you. A person who lives near you is called neighbor. For example, I like my neighbor because she is very friendly. USA and Canada are neighbors. Number 14, professional. Professional. If something is professional, it deals with work that uses special skills. For example, if you want to be a pilot, you must have professional training. Number 2, our teacher is a professional person. Our teacher is a professional person or a skilled person. Number 15, profit. Profit. A profit is the extra money you make when you sell something. For example, I made a small profit from selling my old clothes. Number 2, the shop's daily profit is around $500. Number 16, quality. Quality. The quality of something is how good it is. How good it is. For example, the quality of his car is very good. Number 2, Samsung phones have good qualities. Number 17 is space. Space. Space means empty area. For example, I don't have much space for my things in my small house. Number 2, my phone has 5 GB space to record the video. Number 18, stair. Stair. The things that are used to walk up or down in a building. For example, you can take the stairs to the second floor. Number 2, Lucy's house has beautiful stairs. Number 19, symbol. Symbol. Symbol is a thing that stands for something else. For example, this symbol tells us that we cannot smoke in this area. This symbol. Number 2, dove is the symbol of peace. Number 20 is thin. Thin. If someone or something is thin, they are not fat. Like this 2%, this is thin and this one is fat. For example, the man was thin because he didn't eat much. Number 2, papers are very thin. The first word is accounting. Accounting. People study accounting so they can deal with money and finance properly. Like this person. For example, he works for an accounting firm. Number 2, I want to study accounting in university. Accounting is a major, a field of study that is taught in university. Number 2, appeal. Appeal. To appeal to someone is to be interesting or attractive. For example, sleeping all day appeals to me, but I have to go to school. Number 2, the idea of working abroad really appeals to me. Number 3, assume. Assume. To assume something is to think that is true even with no proof. Or assume means expect or believe. For example, I assume you are both familiar with this plan. Number 2, I didn't see your car, so I assumed you had gone out. Number 4, borrow. Borrow. Borrow means to take something and then give it back later. For example, can I borrow a pencil to use today? I'll give it back to you tomorrow. Number 2, I borrowed a book from the library. I borrowed a book from library. Number 5, client. Client. Client is someone who gets service. She's a client, the client of this store. Or client means customer, applicant, or buyer. For example, she has many clients who enjoys coming to her salon. Number 2, this is an important client, we don't want to lose her. Number 6 is downtown. Downtown. Downtown is the center of city. The center of city is called downtown. For example, the downtown area is filled with many tall buildings. Many tall buildings. These are buildings in the downtown. Downtown restaurants are so expensive. Number 7, dull. Dull. If something is dull, it is not exciting. It is boring. For example, the movie was very dull that I fell asleep watching it. Or the movie was so boring that I fell asleep watching it. Number 2, life is never dull when you laugh. Or life gets very easier, gets exciting when you laugh. Number 8, embarrass. Embarrass. Embarrass means to make someone feel ashamed or foolish. Like this person. For example, he was embarrassed when he couldn't remember her name. Number 2, he didn't want to embarrass her by asking question. Bad question. Number 9, fare. Fare. An amount of money paid to use a bus, train, or taxi. Or fare means charge, price, or ticket money. As you can see, this person is paying the fare of the bus. For example, since he's a senior, my grandfather pays a low fare. Number 2, the taxi fare is $5 in our city. Number 10 is former. Former. Former means happening or existing before, not now. Existing before, not now. As you can see this picture, this is then and this is now. This is the before picture of this city, and this is now at the present time. For example, the hotel of former castle was built over 200 years ago. Number 2, Marie's former husband was a bad person. Number 11 is found. Found. To found a company means to start that company or to establish that company. For example, Elon Musk founded his company in 2004, or Elon Musk started his company in 2004. Number 2, our university was founded about 200 years ago. Our university was established about 200 years ago. Number 12, invest. Invest. To use money in a way that will bring a profit later is called invest. For example, I invested money in a new way that should bring me later. Number 2, Elon Musk invested his money on new projects. Number 13 is loan. Loan. Money that a person lends to another. As you can see, this person is taking the loan from the bank. For example, I got a loan from the bank. This person got a loan from the bank. Number 2, my father took a loan to buy a car. Number 14, practical. Practical. If something is practical, it is useful. For example, learning English is practical. You can use it in many places. Number 2, she is a very practical person. Number 15, quarter. Quarter. A quarter is 1 out of 4 or 25% of something. As you can see in this picture, the green color contains 25% of the shape or 1 out of 4 of the circle. For example, he paid a quarter for the candy. I eat the quarter of pizza. The quarter of pizza. Number 16, salary. Salary. Salary is how much money a person makes at his or her job. For example, he got a new job with a better salary or with a high salary. Number 2, my salary is about $500 per month. Number 17 is scholarship. A scholarship. An amount of money that is given to someone by an educational organization to help pay for their education. For example, I got a scholarship to help me pay for university. Number 2, she won a scholarship to Boston University, one of the best universities around the world. Number 18, temporary. Temporary. Temporary means existing for a short time. For example, this car is temporary. I'll get a new one soon. Number 2, headache is a temporary pain. Number 19, treasure. Treasure. Treasure is a collection of valuable things, especially jewels or gold. This is a treasure. For example, they became very rich when they found the buried treasure. Number 2, we found a big treasure of golds. This is a treasure of golds. Number 20 and the last word is urg. Urg. To strongly suggest that someone does something. For example, he urged them to believe his story, or he strongly suggests them to believe his story. Another one, the charity urged a quick action, or the charity called for quick action, for quick help. Coach, coach. Coach is a person who teaches sports. This is a coach. For example, my coach gets excited during games. Number 2, Jack is a football coach. Jack is a football coach. Number 2, control. Control. To control something is to make it do what you want. For example, to control the TV, just push the buttons. Number 2, control yourself from getting hurt. Number 3 is description. Description. Description is a piece of writing or speech that gives details about something. For example, I give a description of the man with the gun and head to the police. Number 2, police have a complete description of the event. Number 4 is direct. Direct. If something is direct, it goes straight between two places. For example, the green path is a direct route to my house. Number 2, which one is a direct route to school? Word number 5 is exam. Exam. Exam means test. For example, I did some math questions for the math exam on the board. Number 2, do not open your exams until I tell you. Word number 6 is example. Example. An example of something is a thing that is typical of it. For example, cola is an example of a soft drink. Number 2, apple is an example of fruits. An example of fruit, a kind of fruit. Number 7 is limit. Limit. The largest or smallest amount of something that you allow. For example, my mother put a limit on how much I could use the phone. Number 2, there's age limits for getting scholarships. Number 8 is local. Local. If something is local, it is nearby. For example, the local market in my neighborhood sells all the food we need. Number 2, I usually go to local restaurant. The local restaurant. Number 9 is magical. Magical. Magical means very enjoyable or exciting in a strange or special way. For example, the fireworks made the night sky look so magical. Number 2, her beauty had almost magical quality. Word number 10 is mail. Mail. Letters or other things sent to people is called mail. This is a mail. For example, I get a lot of mail because I have friends all over the world. Number 2, did you send the documents by mail? Did you send the documents by mail? Number 11 is novel. Novel. Novel is a storybook. A big storybook is called novel. For example, he wrote a great novel about ancient China. Number 2, usually writing a novel takes a lot of time. Word number 12 is outline. Outline. Outline is the plan for a story or essay. For example, before I wrote my essay, I made an outline. Number 2, always write an outline for your essays. Word number 13 is poet. Poet. A person who writes poems. For example, William Shakespeare was one of the greatest poets. Number 2, poets write poems for singers. Okay. Number 14 is print. Print. To print something is to put it onto paper. For example, make sure that you print your name clearly. Number 2, can you print these papers? Can you print these papers? Number 15 is scene. Scene. Scene is one part of a book or movie. For example, A movie is made up of many short pieces or scenes. Number 2, learning English with movie scene is a good way. Number 16 is sheet. Sheet. Sheet is a thin flat piece of paper. A thin flat piece of paper. Like this. For example, I only needed a single sheet of paper to do my homework. Number 2, the rain was coming down with sheets. Word number 17 is silly. Silly. Silly means stupid or embarrassing, or foolish or idiotic. For example, I made a silly mistake of dropping mom's vase. Number 2, I left my keys at home, which was a pretty silly thing to do. Number 18 is store. Store. Store is a place where you can buy things. For example, I picked up a few things at the grocery store. This is a grocery store, a big store. Number 2, I need to go to store for some milk. Number 19 is suffer. Suffer. Suffer means to feel pain. For example, her headache made her suffer all day. The girl is suffering from the headache. It is a kind of pain. Number 2, she is suffering a lot of pain. She is suffering a lot of pain. Or she has a lot of pain in her head. Number 20 is technology. Technology. Technology is new things made by using sciences. For example, he loves technology such as laptop computers. Number 2, nowadays technologies are improved. Nowadays technologies are improved. The first word is across. Across. To go across something is to go to the other side of it. As you can see, these people are going across of the street. For example, he walked across the board to the other side. Another one, the people are walking across the street. Number 2 is breath. Breath. Breath means to let the air go in and out of your body. For example, we need strong, healthy lungs to help us breathe well. Number 2, after running, we usually breathe in and out quickly. Number 3, characteristic. Characteristic. Something that shows what a person or thing is like. For example, one characteristic of tigers is their black stripes. These are black stripes of this tiger. Another one, being kind is a good characteristic. Number 4, consume. Consume. Consume means eating or drinking. Eating or drinking is called consume. For example, Jack consumed the whole plate of spaghetti. Number 2, what do animals consume? Or what do animals drinks or eats? Like that. Number 5 is excite. Excite. To make someone happy and interested is called excite. To make someone happy and interested. For example, I heard about the school dance on Friday. This excited me. Number 2, she got excited when she received her gift. Number 6 is extremely. Extremely. Extremely means very, or very of something. For example, I was extremely worried about him, or I was very worried about him. Number 2, playing with friends is extremely enjoyable, or very enjoyable. Number 7 is fear. Fear. The feeling of being afraid of something is called fear. For example, I have a great fear of skateboarding. Number 2, most of the people have fear of animals. Number 8 is fortunate. Fortunate. Fortunate means lucky. For example, I was fortunate to get a seat. Number 2, I'm fortunate because I have a good job. Number 9, happen. Happen. If someone happens to do something, he or she does it by chance. Number 1. What happened on you today? What happened on you today? Another one. I happened to meet some new friends at school today. Number 10 is length. Length. The length of something is how long it is from one end to the other. This is called length and this is width. For example, the length of the floor is 3 meters. Number 2, my room has 3 meters length. Number 11 is mistake. Mistake. Mistake means doing something wrong. For example, my boss always yells at me when I make mistake. Number 2, don't make mistake. Number 12 is observe. Observe. To observe something is to watching it. For example, Brian observed the sun rising over the mountains. Number 2, the boss observes the projects. Okay. Number 13 is opportunity. Opportunity. Opportunity is a chance to do something. For example, I had an opportunity to take picture in the jungle. Number 2, getting a scholarship is a great opportunity to study abroad. Number 14 is prize. Prize. Something of value given to the winner is called prize. For example, I won a prize for getting the best grade on my science test. Number 2, Nobel Prize is the greatest prize. Number 15 is race. Race. A contest to see who is the fastest. For example, Paul is a fast runner, so he easily won the race. Number 2, my brother won the running race. Number 16 is realize. Realize. Realize means to suddenly understand. For example, after I left my house, I realized that I left the light on. Number 2, at first I realized you're his brother, but you're not. Number 17 is respond. Respond. To give an answer to what someone else said. For example, when the teacher asked the question, we all responded. Number 2, can you respond to this question? Number 18 is risk. Risk. Risk is a chance of something bad happening, or risk is danger. For example, I took a risk and climbed the snowy mountain. Number 2, there is no risk to public health. Number 19 is wonder. Wonder. Wonder means to ask yourself questions or have a need to know. For example, the young mother wondered if she would have a boy or girl. Another one, Ronaldo scores some wonderful goals. Number 20 is yet. Yet. Yet is used to say something that has not happened up to now. For example, we can't go out yet. We are still eating. Number 2, I didn't do my homework yet. I didn't do my homework yet. The first word is art. Art. Art is the use of painting, drawing, or represent things or express ideas. For example, my sister likes to look at the art in the museum. Cinema became accepted as an art form. The next word is book. Book. A set of printed sheets of paper that are held together inside a cover. For example, the man smiled as he read his favorite book. My favorite book is Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill. Number 3 is clothes. Clothes. Clothes are what people wear to cover their bodies. For example, I bought warm clothes for the cold winter. Number 2, Jack always wears nice clothes. Number 4 is community. Community. Community is a group of people who share the same area or interest. For example, the community got together to plant trees. Number 2, there is a community of good teachers.
Word number 5 is December. December. December is the 12th month of the year. For example, the last day of the year is December 31st. Number 2, December is in winter season. Word number 6 is dinner. Dinner. Dinner is the main meal eating in the evening. For example, I had a hamburger for dinner. I will go to the restaurant for dinner. Okay, number 7 is end. End. End means to stop or finish. For example, they are happy because the teacher wanted to end the class early. Number 2, I played football from beginning to the end. Word number 8 is exchange. Exchange. Exchange is giving someone something and receiving something else. For example, the man exchanged business card. Number 2, the store's policy is not to allow returns or exchanges. Word number 9 is family. Family. Family is a group of people who are related together. For example, there are 4 members in my family. Number 2, my family come from Scotland originally. Word number 10 is from. From. From shows is starting place or possession. For example, Chris studies from 10 o'clock to noon every morning. I come from another country. I come from another country. Word number 11 is green. Green. Green is the color of growing grass. For example, I don't like green apples. My favorite color is green. Word number 12 is home. Home. Home is a place where people live. For example, the family like to stay at home. Our country is like our home. Number 13 is January. January. January is the first month of the year. For example, my birthday is in January. I was born in January 14. Word number 14 is red. Red. Red is the color of blood. For example, Jack is wearing a red shirt. My car has red color. Okay, number 15 is 7. 7. 7 is the word for the number 7. For example, I have 7 colored pencils on my desk. I go to school at 7 o'clock. Number 16 is start. Start. Start means to begin doing something. For example, Katrina has to start work at 8 o'clock in the morning. Number 2, let's start learning English. Let's start learning English. Word number 17 is together. Together. Together means doing something with 2 or more people. For example, let's work together to finish the project. Let's learn English together. Okay? Number 18 is university. University. University is a school where people study for a degree. For example, my dream is to go to a good university. I am studying computer science in university. Number 19 is wear. Wear. Wear means to have clothes on your body. For example, the man has to wear a suit to work. This is suit. A suit. Number 2, she always wear beautiful dresses. Number 20 is year. Year. Year is a period of 365 days or 12 months. For example, you become 1 year older every birthday. We are living in the year 2024. First word is appreciate. Appreciate. Appreciate means to thank someone in a polite way. For example, I can appreciate the lovely scenery. I appreciate your efforts. I appreciate your efforts. Okay? Number 2 is available. Available. If something is available, it means you can get it. For example, there were many seats available in the room. Okay? Free internet is available in the cafe. Word number 3 is beat. Beat. To beat someone means to do better than they do. For example, I managed to beat everyone in the race. Brazil were beaten 2-1. Number 4 is bright. Bright. If something is bright, it gives off a lot of light. For example, the bright light from the explosion hurt my eyes. The weather is bright and sunny. Word number 5 is celebrate. Celebrate. Celebrate means to show an event is important by doing something special. For example, we all celebrated when we heard the great news. My family celebrated my birthday. Okay. Number 6 is decide. Decide. Decide means to make a definite choice or to make a definite choice. For example, she tried to decide which one to eat first. Okay. Number 2, I decided to learn English language. Number 7 is disappear. Disappear. Disappear means to go away or not be seen. Or disappear means to hide. For example, the top of the building is disappearing in the cloud. She can disappear herself. She can disappear herself or she can hide herself. Number 8 is else. Else. If you talk about something else, you talk about something different. For example, I wanted a bike for my birthday, but I got something else. Another one, if I can't trust you, who else can I trust? Number 9 is fair. Fair. Fair means reasonable or right. For example, he sold me his car for a fair price. $5,000 is not a fair price for a phone. Number 10 is flow. Flow. To move easily and continuously in one direction. For example, the water flows over the rocks and into the lake. Number 2, electricity flows through the wire. Number 11 is forward. Forward. If you moved forward, you move in a direction in front of you. For example, when he saw his mother, the baby crawled forward to her. Number 2, our country is now ready to move forward. Number 12 is hill. Hill. A raised area of land, it is higher than the land around it. For example, the sun was rising above the green hills. Number 2, there is a green hill in our town. Number 13 is level. Level. Level is a point on a scale that measures something. For example, please check the level of temperature. We are in level A1 of English. Number 14 is loan. Loan. Loan means only one. For example, a lone man was walked the street. Jack is always sad because he's a lone person. A lone person. Number 15 is puddle. Puddle. Puddle is a pool of liquid on the ground. A pool of liquid on the ground. For example, when the ice melted, it formed a puddle. She turned quickly to avoid stepping in a puddle. Number 16 is response. Response. Response is the answer to a question. For example, he asked if I was sad. My response was no. What is your response to this question? Okay. Number 17 is season. Season. Season is a time of the year like spring, summer, fall, or winter. For example, fall is a warm season while winter is a very cold. My favorite season is spring. Number 18 is solution. Solution. Solution is a way to solve a problem. For example, there are many problems, we need solutions. Do you have any solution for this problem? Number 19 is waste. Waste. Waste means to use something in a bad way. To use something in a bad way. For example, turn off the water so you don't waste it. Another one, don't waste your time. Number 20 is weather. Weather. It is used when you must choose between two things. For example, I could not decide whether to go left or right. She was uncertain whether to stay or leave. Always, always. Something that happens all the time. For example, they always brush their teeth in the morning. I always go to school by bus. Number 2 is ask. Ask. Ask is to say or write something to get an answer. For example, please ask questions if you do not understand. Jack asked and John answered. Number 3 is banana. Banana. A long yellow fruit with a soft white flesh inside. For example, did you eat a banana for breakfast? The bananas have yellow color. Number 4 is bread. Bread. Bread is a food made from flour and water. For example, you need 2 pieces of bread to make sandwich. I had some bread and butter for breakfast. Number 5 is cake. Cake. A sweet dessert made from flour, water, sugar, and eggs. For example, what a beautiful birthday cake. Let's make a cake for his birthday. Number 6 is carrot. Carrot. An organ vegetable. For example, I put a carrot in my salad. Rabbits eat carrot. Number 7 is chicken. Chicken. A bird that is used for food. For example, chicken is his favorite kind of meat. Chicken is a delicious food. Number 8 is chocolate. Chocolate. A sweet food made from cacao beans. For example, I made a chocolate cake for my mom's birthday. Another one, eating a lot of chocolate is harmful. Number 9 is contain. Contain. Contain means to hold or have something. For example, I have to find something to contain these apples. My phone contains a lot of videos and pictures. Number 10 is delicious. Delicious. If a food is delicious, it is tasty. For example, junk foods are delicious but they are harmful. Your food was not delicious. Number 11 is diet. Diet. The food regularly eaten by a person. For example, his diet mostly consists of fruits and vegetables. It is important to have a balanced diet. Number 12 is eat. Eat. Eat is to chew and swallow food. For example, you should eat breakfast every day. Sometimes Mike eats junk foods. Number 13 is food. Food. Things that people and animals eat. For example, pasta is a famous food in Italy. My favorite food is chicken. Okay? Number 14 is fruit. Fruit. Fruit is a type of healthy food that grows on trees and plants. For example, apples, pears, and oranges are type of fruit. Number 2, fresh fruits are healthy foods. Number 15 is great. Great. Great means very good. For example, it was a great, exciting game. You are a great person. Number 16 is health. Health. The state of person's body. For example, people who want good health should not smoke. Number 2, how is your health? How is your health? Number 17 is recipe. Recipe. A set of instructions for cooking a certain type of food. For example, do you use a recipe when you make that sauce? What is your recipe for making cake? Number 18 is restaurant. Restaurant. Restaurant is a place where people sit and eat food. For example, Let's eat at the Indian restaurant. Number 2, I want to have my own restaurant. Number 19 is special. Special. If something is special, it is unique and different. For example, the cupcake was special because it had blue frosting. I have a special gift for you. I have a special gift for you. Number 20 is water. Water. Water is a clear liquid that people need to survive. For example, drink 8 cups of water every day. Some people are spending money like water.